is the 23rd day in the month of October, year 2005, and this is today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials, plus analysis, plus across all platforms. And this here is the program that you need to listen to get yourself informed day out about what is happening in Nigeria and way abroad. I am Ayobola Ayala Aliyu, and this morning with me I have the opportunity, the blessed one actually, to be with you, at Malik, on the show this. Malik, good morning. How are you?
Good morning to you, Ayobola Aliyu. Good morning, Colin. So welcome to the program this morning. Anyway, to make sure we give them update and keep them updated to the stories trending in Nigeria this morning.
All right, thank you so much. And then we also have an analyst in the house up in the studio this morning, rather, and that's none other than Adebayo. You know, the one that gives us that robust analysis that we always want to hear. Adebayo, good morning. How are you? And you're welcome.
Yes, good morning, Ayobola. Good morning, Abdulmalik, and good morning, Nigerians.
Well, right away to the business of the day. The first one I'll be taking here will be from the newspaper. Here says on ISWAP threats, Southwest rather, not states on high alert. You know, yesterday the news broke that there was probably issues of threats of ISWAP operating at such all those areas, Southwest and North Central. And Adebayo, I want to ask you this morning that with this headline that just came in, they are right now on high alert. Does this hopefully going to be getting a proactive measure from them, as opposed to, you can go ahead. Okay, that yesterday it broke that the ISWAP had already, there were threats that they were going to be attacking states like Kogi, Ondo, and then we were onto it that neighboring states with them as well. That should we also take a cue on it? And if this is true, this is what they're saying now, that we're on high alert, does that mean that Nigeria is now thinking of taking proactive measures?
Thank you very much. This is my problem with our intelligence gathering, principles. It is not supposed to be meant for public consumption. Once you turn it on to those who will take actions on it, like the governor, the president, who will pass it on to, as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will pass it on to relevant security agencies to act upon. I hate by secret police continue to play to the gallery, as if they were trying some impressionable statement like politicians do, rhetorics. It is not done anywhere in the world. When have you ever heard that Mossad or CIA gather intelligence report, and before you get to hear about an intelligence report gathered by CIA, it may be 50 years after that they have this, and that is why they did this. In Nigeria, no. That is why those criminals are always steps ahead of our security agencies. That is meant to be kept secret and then acted upon proactively. They will be sharing it publicly. That is very, very unprofessional. That is unheard of. That is uncalled for. That is not necessary, considering the seriousness and the level of severity of insecurity in Nigeria now. Whatever information you gather, go and act on it. Well, hit them by surprise, because they'll be hitting you by surprise.
This alert actually did come from DSS to the military.
It is not supposed to be leaked to the press. That's what I'm saying. This is an interagency, communication that is supposed to be under wrap. What happens to confidentiality in intelligence sharing? No, that is not the case in Nigeria. Everything is like you are using press. That is why everybody thinks that press statement can resolve insecurity, rather than acting discreetly. Organized string operations with a view to napping them in the bud. We have all agreed that these people are intermingling with us.
All right,
they use guerrilla tactics.
We will hold on this, and then we will come back right after this commercial. Please hold on to that energy. We really want it.
This is Sobe 101.9 FM. Excellence on the heat.
We like to pick up your energy.
I'm just being me. That
is all kind of security issues. It's just like you are not even fighting.
No, Kotia, actually it is true.
Yes, now.
You know what they want is because of they're working and because time when you're about to they will not take extra measures to counter you. You don't know, you surprised not to see that say you surprised not that what she to man padanje.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my ginger.
Irú bá ṣe máa ń lo àwọn military nírú àwọn time tí maybe tá bá ṣe coffee you see how those military, you'll be seeing them all around, and me tell you now, those things alone, they can scare a lot of people. I mean, a lot of criminal, I should say.
Say you need money for school fees.
Rent?
Landlord don dey call. I better project wey wan complete fast.
No stress.
Credit Direct dey for you. Kakaraka with sharp loans of up to 5 million naira. This offer dey for people wey dey collect salary.
Yes,
No collateral, no guarantor, no too much talk. Na sharp loan.
When you need them.
Collect the money wey you need from Credit Direct today. Waka go the Credit Direct office for Kwara State at 33 Murtala Mohammed Way, FCMB building along Maraba.
Or dial *5120# for your phone now.
Tabaso, mo fẹ́ relate ẹ̀ mọ́ Kwara, ṣé o mọ̀ pé à ń share boundaries?
If you call 080-355-42.
Preparedness wo la wá rí lọ́dọ̀?
070-6953-1502 for more information.
Terms and conditions
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Diola, this is the third time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Fantastic. When I have Glow Talk Master, I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, an additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls if I Glow right now.
Enjoy 36 minutes plus 50 MB data on any call you make in a day on Glow Talkmaster and enjoy a one-time 2,000 welcome bonus. That's with 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte worth of data. Get your dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply. Unlimited.
This is for public
46
attention.
lang
The Jimba Oja Descendant Development Association, Jimba Oja Muslim Community, the Council of Ulama of Jimba Oja, and Jimba Oja Youth Council. Serious concern over the post-Ramadan event slated for October 26, 2025, purportedly in support of the Jimba Oja Central Mosque by one of the traditional heads of the community. We are making it known to the general public, especially those who have been invited, that the idea of the mosque is the sole decision of the so-called traditional head who intends to exploit unsuspecting donors for personal gain. We are clarifying it that the fundraising is not an official community initiative and has no offer or backing from the elders and the legitimate leadership of the Jimba Oja community in its rank and file. This message is from the Jimba Oja Descendant Development Association and other critical groups stated all working together for unity, peace, and genuine community development agenda for better tomorrow for all indigenous and residents of Jimba Oja.
Here you go there.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, what how?
Ṣé mo
Is
pé
it milky?
advert
Yes.
Is
is
it
good actually
creamy?
because mo pa make
That's
owó nípa
milk free in
tẹ̀.
one, milky
Mo
and
máa ń bọ̀
creamy for
nínú mọ́tò.
you. It's so
Ṣé mo
milky.
pé kí n máa ṣe máa kí
I
bàrà mi
love it.
abreast tí mo máa fi
Mommy.
yan. Most of our other stations wọ́n máa ń ṣe we have about ntẹ̀lẹ̀ ìmọ̀ye mi rántí iye ta ní iye radio stations ta ní morning para ó máa ń pọ̀ ṣá. So tí máa ti ń tune pé kí n tẹ̀lé yìí tó máa ń ṣe newspaper yìí tí máa ń tune. Tí bá lọ rendezvous mi tí bá padà wá sí sórí sì máa polówó. Mo ní
Do you want 30 minutes?
no àwọn kan máa ń ka headlines ni
No, who wants to resume?
ní táìmù.
Yes.
No 8 yẹn mo ti máa ń wà ní sóbì náà. Àbí táìmù yẹn gan wọ́n ti máa ṣe ẹ bá wa dá sí ẹ sì mọ̀ ń lò. Àmì wítì ẹ̀ ò jẹ́ àbí báwo
So, wọ́n ti máa báyé kí ní ìjẹ́ ní báyìí. Ó ti kú lọ nìyẹn.
àwọn tẹ̀ tí ń kú ọ̀lẹ́
Ẹ̀sìn ìrọ̀pẹ́ nìkan kan wọ́n mi sí.
ó tán ni.
Aṣọ cleaner kan.
Lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ dọ̀tí.
You will be given due access. This place is a special area, restricted area. Not anywhere anybody can be thrown in. Somebody was the mastermind of it being brought here. The person should take responsibility for it. Àgbẹ̀yìn studio wey kàn mọ́ ọ̀ràn fáwọn àwọn wọlé jáde. It is designated for 3 categories of people lóye wọ studio or 4. Program, news, engineering, and guests.
Keep your
See, I'm gonna work you without
Milo
engineers, I
drink
can't
from
engineer
Milo.
anything.
It's made from the goodness of malt, milk,
Gbogbo àwọn kìíní ilé tó wò
iron, and calcium.
tó bá fọwọ́
Milo
kan lásán
drink
ikú
will
ni
taste your
they are
chance
naked
to
calling bó ṣe wà
and
yẹn
nourishing energy to help them make the
ikú
most
ni straight.
Excuse me, I mean,
Milo,
it's very
energy
difficult.
to go
Everyone
further.
back.
Ìlú ní kí cleaner tí ó mọ̀ wọ́ọ̀tún ní ìlànà tí ó sì wá gbà.
How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo card. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter the promo code and start any points fast. For a chance to win exciting gifts and $1 million cash every week for a lucky winner. Hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details, terms and conditions apply.
You're welcome back again from that short time out on commercials. We'll stay here with the review and analysis of news across all platforms. So, Adebayo, we were onto the alert, the security alert of the neighboring states with Kogi, Endo, and Okteraba.
Yeah, ragtag as those bandits are, they are able to keep their operation very secret. You get to hear about them when it's only after they have struck and had left. But in our own case, we've never even started planning. Everything is in the news. I don't know what is our problem. The operation that led to the killing of Osama bin Laden was watched live by Barack Obama as the president then, the US sitting president. He watched it live in his office and nobody heard about it. The last time there was conflict between Iraq and Israel, the US took off with their stealth bomber all the way from over 24 hours journey. From that place, they came to bomb Iran. Nobody heard about it until after the operation. But in Nigeria, everybody has the front of the press. Everybody is, want to be the first to be heard. Want to be the first person to sound authoritative on anything. They want to come out and say, yes, didn't I tell you? That is not helping our intelligence gathering in this country. And those of this thing should take, a stricter measure to ensure that anybody through whom such a classified information is leaked should be held responsible and made to face a disciplinary proceeding within the security agencies. Otherwise, we'll continue to play catch up with all these bandits.
All right, so now, Kwara State will be one of the neighboring states with Kogi State. And then, they said they planned this before. And are we, looking forward to seeing any sort of preparedness from us here in Kwara? What
preparedness? Does Kwara State government or Kogi State government have troops at that? The answer is no. We are within the system that, from Maiduguri to Lagos, from Port Harcourt to Sokoto, from Kano to what's it called, to Escravo. These are, we are part of a whole. And the so-called chief security officers of each of these states have command over any troop. That is not to say they don't have a role to play. Okay. Once the security agencies are ready to work, I believe the governors will also be ready to provide whatever support, like providing logistic support for them. And that is not going to be too much for any governor to provide, because there is what we call security votes. And you know how much controversy that has generated over the years in Nigeria. So this is the time for them to put to good use. So the only level of preparedness is just for the citizens to be aware, and whenever they see any suspicious movement around their neighborhood, they should report, they should alert the security agents. That is just the only preparedness. Otherwise, I don't think Kwara State government or Kogi State government have any troop anywhere that they can mobilize.
All right,
save for community vigilantes.
Okay, then moving away from this morning, let's talk about our health sector this morning. The federal government released 32.9 billion naira to boost primary health care system in the country. And the federal government on Wednesday approved and released 32.9 billion naira through the Basic Health Care Provision Fund, marking the third round of disbursement in 2025. The reason why this headline is very interesting is given that the money being disbursed the third time in the year 2025, and how NERD, talking about the National Association of Doctors, resident doctors in the country, have been going on one strike. Do you not think this is contrary to what it is, that the money being approved for healthcare sector in the country and not attending to the welfare of doctors in the country? Do you not think this is just a statement on paper, and the implementation has been a problem in the long run in our healthcare sector in Nigeria? Adebayo?
Well, you want to ask yourself, number one, the African Union recommends 15% of annual budget to be, dedicated to the health sector. But to the glory of God, I'm not happy to tell you that this 2025 budget, the federal government of Nigeria only allocate 5.18% of the total budget to health. So the lack of sincerity.
Despite
They know what to do.
Describe
That is why the commander-in-chief of the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is supposed to be the number one marketing officer of our health economy, has no patience. I'm not sure he has a card in Federal Medical Center Meta or LUT in Lagos or National Hospital Abuja. He patronizes foreign health facilities. That is to tell you the level of insincerity. That amount you are talking about, that is to be allocated to primary health care. We know that when we talk of the collapse of health system in Nigeria, majorly we are talking about the primary health sector. Malaria, diseases as common as malaria and typhoid still kill people in Nigeria. I don't know where that happens again, except maybe in some ultra poor countries in the third world. Some third world have even gone beyond, seeing malaria as a threat, but not in Nigeria. Malaria still kills Nigeria. Typhoid still kill people, and that is because our primary health sector is not standing on the right footing. And why? Because of poor funding. Calculate that amount over the about 54 trillion naira budget for this year, and see how much is what's the percentage of that from the total budget. So you realize that we are just joking.
Well, Adebayo, I would like to ask that how do we hold our politicians accountable for their campaign promises before elections, such as reduction in medical tourism?
There are many ways, but we have decided to do this. Number one, if somebody promised you in 2023 and did not do it, but is coming back in 2026, 2027 to campaign to you, that is when not take 10 kg of rice from them for your vote. Because that vote is the only instrument you have to remind them of their failed promises. And that money to the incoming ones, if you are going to use the instrumentality of your PVC to change leadership as a measure of punishment for failure, you have to reject. Even if you take it, you should be able to vote according to your consent, according to what you are feeling. You ask yourself, is that 10 kg a face cap and a t-shirt, are they going to solve malaria problem for you for the next 4 years? The answer is no. And some other diseases that come up, not to talk of the skyrocketing prices of medicals and other medical consumables. Medicine and other medical consumables. Are you aware that even the cheapest health shop now in Kwara State, that's the government hospitals, when you get there, you have to go and buy things like thermometer to check the temperature of your children. If you take your baby to this center guru.
Well, somebody
some will say that health is free to an extent.
Someone did leave a message that malaria can lead to dementia. Even media are supporting them. So I don't understand how we can correlate that to it. Like the media are supporting them. I want to ask him also how so that we can still put that question across to you.
He needs to be very specific as to how the media is supporting malaria leading to dementia. I don't get that.
Yes, exactly. Because when the person emphasizes more, then we'll be able to throw his question to you. He wants to ask you a question actually, but it's not clear enough. All right. So another headline here from Punch also says that Tinubu swears in new INEC chair Amupitan today. So I will remember you gave us your opinion as regards Amupitan's personality the other time. Are you still holding on to that via what is going to be happening today, as in this swearing?
Like I said here on the on previous episode of this program, that the honeymoon. Ọjà àgbàmọ́ ẹ lẹ́nu pam.
Tèmi ti bá mi lẹ́yìn.
Tájí kí o bá wà ní tó bá ń bọ̀.
Mo de sori kini wà á mọ̀ ọ́ dẹ́rẹ́ ránjú mọ́ báyìí o. Ọkùnrin mi ò dẹ́rẹ́
Ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Sísá Ajíkè ìgbé program kan lánàá. Yóò tó ṣe dín ní ìjà straight ló ń bínú. No, ibi Ajíkè máa ń gbọ́ rédíò mú sọ. Lọ́sàn-án
Tájíkè ò bá tí ìwọ́nu mọ́tò. You can be the only time Tájíkè ò ní gbọ́ rédíò tí wọ́n bá sínú mọ́tò àbí tí wọ́n bá wà lọ́fíìsì nìkan ní ìgbọ́ news. Tọ́ba ti wà lọ́fíìsì you can.
Yàtọ̀ sí Ajíkè gan, ojú máa ń tì mí gan. Kí ni máa já mi lẹ́nu mi láìpẹ́.
This is what 12 even sports. What 12 news o'clock.
Sometimes nǹkan mi á pè wọ́n àti kékeré àwọn yín sọ yìí.
kódà chairman gan gbà mí ní tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní sínú Ìlọrin o wọ́n dẹ̀ máa gbọ́ program wọ́n máa gbọ́.
ìbò ní rédíò garden
The radio guide one. Then talking about that, I'm looking to Senate pushes INEC to defend election results.
jẹ́ kí n dáhùn ilé.
No.
You don't need to beg for it. After that, you can just say follow up question. Because bí wàá di mariam ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn tí question yẹn á gùn ẹni tó ń béèrè question àgbè àgbàgbé ń tẹ̀sán ọdún àwọn á look stupid dára gbòòrò. mariam ti ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ question níjẹta ẹ̀rín ti ẹ̀pà ọ̀gbọ̀n ọ̀hún pé I know this question is getting long.
Post lánàá yẹn mo kà á wọn á post ẹ̀sìn status ni ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan ní sèké abẹ́ kí ni story àmútutù tẹ́ ẹ publish ní kébù.
Okay.
When you na lie, not to consign us, no believe in this. We no believe in this until after we know.
Of course.
Money, it is always like that.
Tobacco, first paragraph.
Like that.
He is inheriting not only an office,
Walai.
but trust deficit, and he must work to reverse it. The honeymoon for him is over, so it's time to bend down. And I'm very, very sure. It tell me in Nigeria.
Àwọn pípín yẹn máa ti ń scam àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn tẹ́mù yìí, like àwọn èèyàn ti ń lò wọ́n láti scam àwọn èèyàn. Like they will message you, they will say you can work from home and get 200,000.
Àti Jumia.
wọ́n á tẹ̀ tún ní kó kílíkì líǹkì oríṣiríṣi tí
tó bá ti lọ bọ́ sí tó wọ́n wọlé gbogbo link data gbogbo detail sign on fi ẹ̀.
Àwọn ti fẹ́ máa reply. Púpọ̀ ní pé wo káàpọ̀ máa wo message yìí wọ́n ní kíní kẹ̀kẹ́ hand from home kíní kan. Àwọn ṣe ń sọ fún mi pé bóyá kí èmi náà fi ṣe sáré rẹ̀. Mo ṣe rí báyìí no wọ́n kó tó sọ mo ní tẹ́mù ọ̀ya ẹ̀mú fún yẹn wá. Mo sáré block
wọ́n máa ní kó bá àwọn polówó product tó bá polówó product líǹkì tó bá fún ẹnìyẹn ó máa líǹkì sọ́dọ̀ wọn wá gbowó wọn ní sẹ́yìn product.
àwọn kìíní tẹ́yìn bá ti 80 múra was I bought it 38,000 naira ó ti di 28,000 right ọdún China ni mo ṣe àṣẹ lórí.
Àwọn àdúgbò àwọn China ẹ̀ product wọn. Níbi ìlẹ̀ máa rí picture wọn sí. Picture lọ́wọ́
Nígbà
fún
kan-
àwọn new product.
onírọ́lá àwọn bíbí
ṣé ní tèmi ní kéde bá ti farabalẹ̀ ka specification bá ti di kíkọ̀ ṣe nǹkan ìjọba mi mo mọ̀ mú rúlà tí màá tún máa ṣe measurement
Tó tó dẹ́ pé fake ni fún mi.
kí ni kangen tí mo ṣe ọjọ́ kan mo fẹ́ sílè ẹnu ẹ̀ èyí tí wọ́n ní kí n máa kó wá sí mamtes so mo wá fẹ́ sílẹ̀ 2 days náà ni wọ́n fi mú ṣe get but ẹlòmíì máa feel more secure tó bá rí pé wà sí nǹkan má sí mo bá ọ̀dà kìíní o ṣáà mọ̀ tó bá ṣí bóbó àwọn kìíní yẹn tó bá ṣí kìíní tó máa wà náà yẹn so mo size ìtàn sẹ́ni tí n ṣá size the smallest bottle you can think of like wọ́n rò pé àmì mo ṣe mistake wọ́n kọ measurement yẹn síbẹ̀ ó yẹ kí n ti lọ wọ̀n àti báyìí báyìí mo máa yọ rúlà kalẹ̀ ni. Ikọ̀ advert méjì.
Ọjọ́ àti ìdíbẹ́ kó tán. Ní ìgbọ́n tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo kàn láìpẹ́ yìí. French ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ lẹ́jọ́ fún mọ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ lẹ́jọ́ fún mọ̀.
Wọ́n mọ àlùyà máa sọ pé studio live.
Transfer love and emotion energy to help them make the most every day. Miller, energy to go further.
wọ́n ti parí ọ̀gbẹ́ni àlọ́ ìtọ́wọ́lé òṣèré ọdún tí èmi tọrọ owó tó lè gbẹgbẹ́.
Yes, so share a code $. Now, you fit find nicknames, names of your packaging. One I don't get it.
You're bringing the next question, right? You are next.
No dull yourself, oh. Every code they carry to make you find your own. Come here, us. We are tell us. Now who you go share code with?
Studio live. Yes, you're welcome back again from that short time out on commercial. So at the bio, we were discussing on the swearing that is supposed to take place today.
Yes, the situation in which Professor Amupitan finds himself now, like I said earlier this week, the honeymoon is over. So now work begins. He has inherited not only an office, but an institution with a trust deficit. And he has to start, he has to hit the ground running with a view to reversing that negative image of INEC, starting with the November 8th Anambra election. But one thing we must ask ourselves is that, is it down only to restore electoral credibility in Nigeria? The answer is no. Amupitan is just one of the many stakeholders that is responsible for establishing, for putting in place a credible process of election in Nigeria. But unfortunately, we detach ourselves and start apportioning blames as if we are not part of the system. Because we are all stakeholders, from the electorate to the politician, to the political aspirants, to the candidates, to the godfathers, to religious leaders, community leaders, just name them, security agencies, and all that. We are all stakeholders, and we have a unique role to play. And they said, is a chain is as strong as its weakest link. We are all a link in that chain. If we allow our own end not to be held firmly, the whole system will collapse. So we need to remind ourselves that INEC is not the one buying or selling votes. It is the politicians and the electorates. And these are some of the things that undermine the credibility of an election. INEC is not the one organizing political thuggery. INEC is not the one sponsoring thug to go and snatch ballot box or stop them with something. We need to know that. So INEC is not responsible for providing security at the polling units. We need to know that. So INEC is only there to provide direction, the arrowhead of which Amupitan will serve as. Provide direction, and the rest of us will try to support such a person. And through that, we'll be able to have an election in which the loser will not hesitate to say congratulations to the winner, instead of going to tribunal that will extend and result in wastage of public funds. Because in most cases, those who had won the election will be using public money to prosecute that case. I once interacted with a House of Representative member from my community. He told me certain things. He said, my brother, that it's been over a year now that I was sworn into office, but for that 1 year, I was not part of the process at all. Because there are distractions here and there. I was not part of the budget preparation process for the first 1 year because I was busy defending my mandate in the tribunal and up to the Court of Appeal. And during this period, I'll have to hire SAN. And you know how much to bring sand. Sometimes you hire as many as 3 senior advocates of Nigeria to defend this. So these are the issues that, that undermines the independence of INEC. That is what makes INEC independent only on paper, not in practice. So we need to ask ourselves, we need to introspect and ask ourselves those critical questions and answer them as sincerely as possible.
Well, you did mention that INEC is not responsible for this and that. Now, going down the memory lane a little bit, could there be any form of interference that INEC as a body could do?
Yes, the fact that INEC does not organize any of the aforementioned infractions. Okay. They do have their own internal lapses too, like compromised staffers. Some of their staffers are compromised by politicians. Those who are not compromised by politicians are driven by personal greed. They will be the one to even take the deal to the politician. If you can do this for you, I will do this for you. So those have to, because anybody that you are going to employ into INEC need to be thoroughly vetted. But then, our vetting system also, how much confidence do we have in it? Somebody somewhere purportedly vetted the certificate submitted by a minister that later found out to be forged, an NYSC certificate recently.
Yes.
Such a security agent needs to be invited and called to question his integrity. So these are the, can you see how that web links to one another, that will have to be on solid ground for there to be credible electoral process.
I was feeling
so it is not only down to INEC or down to
I was filling one form on this online form yesterday, and something just came to that. Look at how seamless and easy this form was to fill. Like I was just hoping that election not be like that.
We're talking about that and also election reforms of the country, and also how independent INEC can be. Senate pushes INEC to defend election results, and this is coming as Senate on Wednesday called for the transfer of the burden of proof in elections petitions from agreed candidates to the Independent National Electoral Commission, the body that conducts and supervises election. And I asked the question this morning, is it not the answer to the independence in INEC as a body moving forward election process in the country?
The question we need to ask is that, has Senate enacted a law that grants prosecutorial power to INEC? If that is the case, we need to go ahead and fully, digitalize the process. Let there be CCTV camera at every polling unit, so that it will capture whoever is doing what. Then, since the burden of proof is going to be on INEC, you should empower INEC to also make the process as transparent as possible. So whoever comes in with a view to vitiating the process will be captured live on camera. And that camera will be connected to a remote database where signals will be sent to and deposited as it happens in real time.
Well, that's another one. So let's take another headline here. Says Nigeria imports 15 billion liters of petrol despite Dangote's refinery output, vis-a-vis another line that actually says Dangote refinery, hopes to sell 10% of stake of the refinery on NGX. Now, is this good news for us or the other way around? Yes, despite Dangote's refinery, we are still importing up to 15 billion liters.
Before Dangote got the license to establish a refinery, some people had been peddling the narrative that it is not profitable to run a refinery in Nigeria. But Dangote came and bust that line of argument. So they are still struggling. They are not giving to prove that it is cheaper to import petrol than to refine it locally. Well, let it continue. I think we the consumers will be better for it. That's one of the beauties of liberalized, deregulated economy, where fair competition will be allowed to reign. So let them continue to import. Let them continue to also pump out.
All right, and then they want to sell 10% of their refinery at stake actually on NGX.
But it is solely the decision is solely his, because he was the one who took loan, and it depends on the direction he wants to take the company to. If he wants to make it a public limited liability company, well, I believe he would not be short of investors. Many people will be ready to invest in it. But then, let's see how well he goes, first and foremost, in putting it on the right foot. But with the look of things, Dangote seems to be aware and prepared for the battle ahead, because with the way he has been, responding to the different threats from different angles, from different established cabal, those vested interests that are bent on maintaining refineries that will not produce 4 liters of refined products in a year, it says a lot about how prepared the man is.
All right, so in a short while, we'll go for another commercial break, and then do hold on to these numbers. You can call on when the time is right, and the numbers are 091 24221019 or 080 51899241 081 24221019 or 080 51899241. We'll go for another break, and then we'll be back in a jiffy.
You need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without
55 seconds. At the 40 seconds,
celery, turmeric. It's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor.
It's a petroleum stone.
ISWAP àti ISWAP owó ló correct ní ọtí méjì.
ISWAP, not ISWAP.
ISWAP àbí? ISWAP yẹn bí gbèyẹ fẹ́ pé iPhone.
America ní bastardized. America máa kó Iran ní Iran. Italy, wọn dẹ̀ ní pé Italy ní Italy.
Nollywood movies on YouTube with MTN YouTube buffet bundle.
Iraq wà ní Iraq.
ISIS. Non-stop lather. Even plenty get but
ISWAP.
MTN YouTube buffet bundle. Not only enjoy plenty better entertainment, not shaking him up. See more, be more, spend less. Get over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 naira. Or 10 hours for 600 naira on the MTN YouTube buffet bundle. Dial *312 *800# to start today and go make a difference.
Hello, Daddy.
òtútù wa mú díẹ̀ láàrin ìgbà tí mo jí.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like
Òkè tí n bá ti jí tí n bá fẹ́ dáná ní kitchen máa kọ́kọ́ ṣílẹ̀kùn kitchen àti window.
How are you?
Ṣé tí mo ṣe wá ṣí báyìí òtútù kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ wọlé náà.
I will, my dear.
Òkè mi ò láìkí anything. Òkè mo máa ń rí àti ẹni àwọn kìíní bẹ́ẹ̀. So I prefer the scent to go out.
Every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls if I glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talkmaster. And enjoy a one-time 2,000 naira welcome bonus. That's with 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Unlimited.
Neighbor, I beg you get
Which one? Yeah, your next question you can answer to Lisa.
Get First Money Merchant POS. Let customers pay with cards and never miss a sale. Don't let no change costly sales. With First Money Merchant POS, enjoy fast payments, instant settlement, and secure transactions. Visit any First Bank branch or sign up on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS to get yours today. First Bank, you first.
Enjoy eating. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo card. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eatingwin. Enter the promo code and start any points fast. Send a chance to be exciting gifts and $1 million cash every day for a lucky winner. Hurry now, eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details, terms, and conditions apply.
Alright, this is the last lap of the race on the review this morning. So, Malik said he needed to get a question before we start picking up the calls.
Yes, I have this headline, and it's also pertaining the petroleum sector in the country. As federal government urges PTI to train skilled workers for Nigeria's oil transmission. And due to that story this morning, the federal government has charged the Petroleum Training Institute, from Delta State, to take the lead in building the next generation of skilled manpower needed to drive Nigeria's oil and gas reforms and prepare for the global energy transition. And the question I'm asking about this morning is, given that these urges or this directive from the federal government and how our refineries have not been working, if they are skilled, where are they going to work at the end of the day?
Well, and this is one of the things that have, impacted the labor markets very massively. If you look at it, everybody is brandishing paper qualification, BSc, BNG, that's Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Technology, and so on and so forth. Yet, you won't see them get down, wear their blue collar shirts and get to work. Everybody want to work in an air condition. Somebody who study agric engine is there in the bank receiving AC. Somebody who study mechanical engineering is there in the air condition office working. None of them wants to get their fingers stained by oil. Save for those who study electrical engineering, who you could see sometimes getting busy on the field of telecom engineering. So as a result of class, that's why there has been this story of the menial jobs like painting, plumbing. Nigerians are no longer skilled in those, are not as skilled as their counterpart from Ghana, Benin Republic, Cameroon, and other neighboring West African countries. And to that effect, you see, when people want to paint houses, they go to Ghana and import artisans. And even if you give it to Nigerians and you see the quality of job they do, it is kind of wishy-washy thing they do for you, and after a year or two, everything starts peeling up. But an average painter in Ghana knows what quantity of white paint to mix with black to get grey color.
Right,
the same thing with other colors. But in Nigeria, I don't think they go into that such basic knowledge.
All right, let's have this first call. Hello, good morning. All right, you're welcome, sir. Okay. Yes, please. Mhm. All right, so God will bless you too. Thank you so much. Well, that was his contract that went. Well, the numbers remain 091242211019 or 08051899241. Yeah. So Adebayo Fela remains one person that his legacy has refused to dim as Obama honors Fela and Nicola Kuti in new podcast says fear no man. What do you have to say about his legacy? Just in a minute.
Well, Fela Anikulapo Kuti is one musical legend that has left his mark on the sand of history, and virtually almost all his songs are now today sounding prophetic. If you look at it, starting from Unknown Soldier to ITT and all of them, I'm not much of his fan, but there are some of his songs that inspire a lot. Some members of the establishment will say they are revolutionary, but then if you listen to it critically, you see that they are aimed at social engineer. I think Fela has deserved whatever accolade and posthumous recognition he's getting.
All right, thank you so much. So can we have your parting words for this morning?
Well, my parting word is that we should all remember that without a peaceful atmosphere, nothing meaningful can be done, whether business or whatever. And that is why we must also work and strive towards achieving a peaceful and secure society where everybody will be free to carry out its legitimate economic activities.
All right, so
I concur with yes, analysis this morning because if you don't have a peaceful society, there's no peaceful growth in your economy or your nation at large. So I concur with that.
All right, so nobody is going to be living your life for you, so you alone, and you alone have all the weapons to make your life a better one. So whatever situation you're in now, let's stop with the complaints and let's start with more action. And on this note, I will draw the curtain on the show this morning, only to be back tomorrow for the same program on the same radio station, so be 101.9 FM. Do look forward to seeing you. Okay.
Distracted.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
Correct. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Anointed the beat maker. Thank you so much. What kind of beats are you making? Is it beats by Dre? So Spooky Riri, everybody here, I can call you all Marshall, Max Achievers, right? If I got that right. Yes, thank you so much for joining. May God bless you abundantly. So hope to go online some other time, all right? So for now, the program is done and I'll be leaving. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye to me now. Mark Ativas, are you not the one here? I think, let me see the name. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, the world. I think this thing is not completing your name. So sorry about that. Hello, you're watching me from South Africa, Samuel. Samuel, good morning. How are you? And unfortunately, you're coming at a time we have finished the program. But it's fortunate though, you can still, follow up or follow me. Then next, because I'll still be doing programs, right? But I'll be back on air by 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. All right. Thank you so much from all the way from South Africa. How are you? How is South Africa today? Yeah, so we're done with the program, Mr. Samuel. About to go offline now. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. Even because you're even from far away, let me see if I can follow you right away. I'm gonna try to follow you right away. It seems I can't do that here, right? It's 1 p.m., sir. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, before I go, okay, you say you enjoy my pot. Don't mind me. I'm just trying. It's not easy to be online and on air at the same time. Like, it's a 2-in-1. So sometimes I just come and play on my social media when I want to relieve some stress. So I appreciate you joining and I would follow you. Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to make sure the video does not. So I hope to improve on my podcast. Okay. So by the grace of God, I would have it better. Before you say Jack Robinson. So do always join me. Thank you. God bless you. Alright. Catch you later.